Hi there, Regina Sanchez, your spiritual life and health coach, believing in you. Welcome to my video podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start with Your Immune System. I'm going to continue talking about your immune system with some additional teachings. I am venturing off into two other areas very soon. One with giving you a fresh start with your mind, and another giving you a fresh start with your spiritual life. So, welcome this afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this video or podcast. I say go grab a favorite beverage. I want to talk to you about a topic that sort of is the gist of my coaching, my overall coaching, health coaching. So right now I'm drinking a hot glass or hot mug of apple cider. And so, put a pause to the video and then go and get your favorite beverage and come on back. So what I want to talk to you about today is what is the bottom line with our food? Okay. I've recently, I'd say for the past year and a half, I've had the privilege to mentor this beautiful young woman I know. She's in her, I'd say, early 30s or so. And she reached out to me over a year ago saying, I know you've navigated not wearing a mask. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand not breathing. What have you done? How are you doing this? So I shared some, legal information, legal truth about, the whole concept of the mandate. And then, I gave her some encouragement. So this began our journey of working together, talking together, sharing together, and me actually helping her and mentoring her with health issues and food. So it's been a beautiful journey. But the other day we were talking about eating dairy and bread. And those were two areas that she has stayed away from because she felt like she was gluten intolerant and dairy made her so sick. And she felt like she wondered, and that was what her question was to me, was I wonder if I can't eat those, food groups because I'm not eating healthy or I hadn't eaten healthy wheat products or healthy dairy products. And that's what was really making me sick. And so I said, well, the only way to find out is to give it a try. But, I encouraged her to take it really slow, and maybe try one food group, at a time, take it really slow and see how her body reacts. But yes, I had agreed with her that, one of the problems with gluten intolerance that I firmly believe from everything I've been studying is it has to do with the way our wheat is being processed. Just taking the grain and processing it into wheat and flour to be used has been so altered and chemicalized and basically made unhealthy. So she had decided, okay, she was going to venture out and start trying, this. I also recommended that if she really wanted to get back to trying dairy, to go see if she could find a local dairy farmer that maybe didn't homogenize their milk, that did low pasteurization. And actually, the best of all worlds would be if she found somebody that was a raw dairy farmer. All right, his dairy was raw, his milk was raw milk. That was the best of both worlds, or all of the world. So actually, I Googled something for her and found that there was, in fact, a local dairy farmer by her. So she was kind of excited, and she was going to go pay the farmer a visit and, start on the journey of drinking or, incorporating dairy back into her life. And I do have a teaching about dairy and about the ultra pasteurization of milk. And I'm not going to go into it right now, but, go on my Rumble channel or my YouTube channel or the podcast to see, or to listen to what I was teaching about that. My milk is from my local dairy. They do not homogenize their dairy. and it is low heat pasteurization. I think I want to say they heated it like 140 degrees, which is what you want. When you see the dairy products that are ultra pasteurized, it's at a high heat, like 280 degrees, and it has taken every nutritional value out of the dairy. So, and what is it doing to your body? Who knows? But anyway, so she decided she was going to, go visit this farmer. Well, that evening, she sent me a text message and she goes, I'm so confused. You read one thing that says, dairy is no good, stay away from it. And then you read something else that said, dairy is good as long as it's organic. And I'm confused. I don't know what I should be doing. And my response to her was this: you're so on target. It is so confusing, but it doesn't need to. And I said to her, welcome to the world of health and wellness. And, as much as we can criticize, traditional medicine, there's a lot of criticizing that I think can be done in the health and wellness industry. And we have made it so hard to understand what is healthy eating, right? And I said to her, there are over 100 different dietary theories out there. And I know it because I have the list. And, bottom line, you got to do what's good for your body. So, that's what I said to her. You've got to listen to your body. And I wrote back further and I said, listen, this is how I respond to coaching clients health-wise, or, in my conversations or in my teachings or in my educational forums, and even in my own life. This is how I look at the bottom line to food. Number one, and we don't need to make it so difficult, right? But number one, I choose to eat food as close to God made it. Okay? I make everything from scratch. I do not buy a box of anything to make it. I make things from scratch, even to the point where, my spices, I used to buy an organic blackened seasoning mix, when I barbecue. I now make my own blackened seasoning mix. I do everything possible to cook from scratch. I do not eat processed foods. They are in my home. They're not in my diet. And I listen to my body. And if a certain food affected me, I would avoid it. And for me, there's really nothing that affects me at this moment. But if there was something that affected me, I would stay away from it. But if it was a food group and it was affecting me, like wheat, I would investigate it a little further to find out what's this about. And I do not believe in removing whole food groups from your diet. There are so many different diets out there. I get it. There's, vegans and vegetarians and, whole plant food based, eating. I get it. And I'm not saying eating, plant-based recipes. There's nothing wrong with that. But day in and day out, I personally believe that it is not healthy for us in the long term. Every segment of our food that God has created gives us nutritional value that our body needs. So, but if I was, eating meat and it was bothering me, well, number one, I would make sure that my beef, my chicken, whatever, are grass-fed, organic, not from confined animal factories. And, and I might stay away from it until it stops affecting my body. And I would find out what else is going on in my body that it is affecting me. And then I would try to bring it back in. But to intentionally leave a whole food group out of your diet, I don't think it's in your best health needs. But that's just my opinion. We all have to do what is good for our body. We're all bio individuals. So what's good for me may not be good for you, and vice versa. We need to listen. We need to listen to our bodies. And, lastly, I truly bring the spiritual life into my life, not just, as a segment, part of my life on a Sunday morning or something. My spiritual life takes me all day, every day. It is part of my living. So I truly trust the Holy Spirit to guide me into issues when it comes to my diet, when it comes to food and things of that nature. I know some people might think it's weird, but I am going to clearly tell you the Holy Spirit has revealed things to me health-wise that have proven to be beneficial. So, I don't know. I hope this sheds some light for you. If you're confused about how to restock your pantry or unstock your pantry, whatever it might be, let's chat. Let's talk. Remember, you are what you eat, and what you're going to put in your body is going to affect the health of your body. So don't let the health industry, the health and wellness industry, bring you confusion. Eating really can be simple. We make it hard, or the industry makes it hard. And, understand that a lot of times, certain diets have started that maybe they did help an individual, right? Maybe a plant-based diet helped an individual. Clearly, you go on a plant-based diet, you're going to lose weight. That's a given. But, in time, if you decided, okay, this isn't for me, and you went back to incorporating, animal-based products in, is your weight going to skyrocket? More than likely. So it's about balancing. It's about, eating in a balanced way, eating from every food group in moderation, So anyway, as I said, I hope this helps. I hope this sheds some light for you. I hope it simplifies life. Just go back to being simple about what you eat. Eat food in its natural form. Like have a piece of beef and a vegetable for dinner. How simple can that get, right? Balance it with your carbs. Make sure you're not, your diet isn't more carbs than, beef and a vegetable. But anyway, I am here for you. If you want to chat, let's chat. There'll be a link, in the body of this video podcast where we can have a 30-minute free consult. And let's just talk and see about where there might be some confusion. I don't want you to be confused, but I want you to look at what you're putting in your body to be healthy. So I feel like that's the bottom line to our food. So be blessed, my friends. Stay healthy and eat healthy. God bless. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.